You know, a lot of people don't know what the coccyx looks like, but really it's the site of our severed tail. So I love the cup of the sacrum and the cup of the hand as if they're about to shake hands. So this is a very unusual and impossible coming together of two body parts. The whole idea around this work was really about grafting. When you graft one plant to another, then they fuse together. For years I've been fascinated with these things called Milagros. They are found in Portugal, in Spain, in Mexico, and in Brazil. The ones that people are most familiar with are these small medallions that are shaped like an arm or a leg or a heart. But they also have them in 3 dimensions. The way they're used is that if you have an ailment, if you have a problem with your foot, you would go and buy one of these and you take it to the church. They hang them on the ceilings of the church, so the entire ceiling is filled with body parts. I was very inspired by these more simple milagros that are more generalized. In a way, that foot becomes anyone's foot. I started with very specific pairings that I was interested in, and then I took those gestures and I made the milagros out of them. I mean, all the pieces have been sanded for days and days and days. They feel like they've been weathered by something that seems familiar, like a piece of sea glass in the ocean. The fact that you feel that this thing has a history, I think that's important. You know, here I am cutting the body up into parts and not thinking about the importance of the severed. And so to acknowledge that sever was, I think, crucial to the whole installation. And so the first thing that you witness when you come into the space is a sever, and a very dramatic sever, and then this ascension into the ceiling. Initially, I wanted to hang the roots from the ceiling and hang the milagros from them. This trunk is kind of grafted to the building itself, and then when the trunk goes through the ceiling, it's grafted to a table on the 2nd floor with milagros. When I was a little girl, I had an aunt. Her name was Auntie Ailing. She came over every Tuesday to have tea. She was English. And I would sit and have tea with her, and she would teach me how to drink tea like a lady. Part of that was learning to cross my legs. I thought it was funny to take the bone from one leg and cross it with the skin of the other leg. I sunk that bone right into the thigh so that they're really fused together. So in the piece, there's really no chance of uncrossing my legs. When you stand in front of the object, I want you to imagine how it's been made. And the reality is that we are in contact with a lot of objects and we have no idea how they're made. Making any of my work is a form of healing. That in making, I can somehow locate myself in relationship to others and my environment. If somebody comes along and my work resonates for them, that's when I feel less alone, that I'm not as strange as I feel.